Welcome to Strategy Saturday. I'm Charles Carillo, and today we're going to be discussing what is an iBuyer. Now, over the last couple of years, iBuyers or instant buyers have been popping up all over the place. An iBuyer is a real estate company that will buy your home and make some cosmetic repairs and then sell it. They include Opendoor, OfferPad, Zillow Offers, and We Buy Ugly Houses. Now, cash offers are not a new thing in residential real estate. Think of like wholesalers assigning contracts that they get from motivated sellers and assigning that contract now to flippers. But iBuyers use artificial intelligence to set target prices for homes and let sellers receive an almost immediate offer on their property. Now, the process with an iBuyer starts when a seller enters their property's information on the iBuyer's website. They'll usually receive an immediate offer, mainly based on neighborhood comps. If you've ever put your address into one of these websites, you'll get like an estimate. They use that information and all that data, and they're able to then provide this immediate offer, and then they schedule an appointment with the iBuyer's inspector if that seller is interested in selling their house for that price. Now, after the inspection, if everything checks out and the seller wants to move forward, the closing date is set and the seller receives payment at closing. Now, iBuyers are working mainly in hot markets and are targeting newer homes. And this is different from wholesalers that are working pretty much in every market. The key with an iBuyer is to do minimal work, usually cosmetic only work and sell. The model works off the idea of a fast resell, fast and easy flips. And in this model, they're not going to go through and change mechanicals. They're not doing major CapEx items. They're not changing roofs. They're not going to reside the house. They're not putting new windows in. They're not going to pull new electrical. They're not going to repipe anything. It's literally small cosmetic work and resell. Now, they're working in a lot of these hot markets because they're riding off the resale inflation of that market, the increasing prices of that market, and it makes it easier for them to sell at a profit even if they overpay, which typically they are. Now, benefits of selling to an iBuyer include cash buyers, so there's no financing, no home showings. You pick the closing date and you can sell as is. Now, drawbacks of working with an iBuyer are that you cannot negotiate the price, and there are usually fees that are charged during closing, and the offers are usually slightly below value when you're looking at it after taking out all the fees. Now, an Inman article in November of 2020 stated how Opendoor and Zillow were losing tens of thousands on each iBuyer purchase, mainly because of their staff and overhead. Now, think of this. They're not just in one market. They're in many different markets, mainly throughout the whole Sun Belt, and they have to have this data so people are going onto the website. They have to, advertise to get people onto their website. Then they have to send someone out if that person agrees. So there's a lot of staffing that's in overhead that's required. Now, in October of 2021, Zillow stated that they will be winding down their home buying unit called Zillow Offers while cutting 25% of their workforce. Now, what issues was Zillow having other than losing money in every deal was that they had management and operational issues. Many states and many markets. Real estate investment is a business. It's not something that's passive, and it takes boots on the ground to run it correctly. The next one was capital gain strategy. That was their strategy. They need to consistently predict the value of a home 6 months into the future. And that, coupled with not really adding much value, was really a recipe for disaster. Really successful home flippers, if you've ever seen them or know them, they're adding a lot of value to the homes before they're selling it in most cases. Very rare that they're going in and just putting some paint on it. Usually they're going in, they're changing kitchens, they're changing bathrooms, they're moving walls, they're putting in new mechanicals. Like, a lot of money's being invested to turn the property around. They're not just going in and putting on some eggshell white and selling it. Now, I feel that iBuyers and cash buyers are not going away, but this shows how owners are becoming more comfortable selling for cash at a lower price. Now, we need to see how this may change when there is a pullback and prices are dropping and or stagnant. Also, how will this impact real estate agents? Now, I doubt real estate agents will disappear, but it is still unknown how this will affect agents. Will less homes be sold through agents? Will commissions be reduced? Good agents provide a very personal service to their clients, and that is not something that's easily replaceable by artificial intelligence or someone that just shows up at your house with a paper with an offer and hoping to buy your house. So I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, submit comments and potential show topics at globalinvestorspodcast.com. Look forward to 2 more episodes next week. See you then.
Nothing in this episode should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Any investment opportunities mentioned on this podcast are limited to accredited investors. Any investments will only be made with proper disclosure, subscription documentation, and are subject to all applicable laws. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions of guests are their own. Information is not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss. The host is operating on behalf of Syndication Superstars LLC exclusively.